just did a video, but it was very, very low. So I'm gonna grab it and bring it a little closer here. All right, hopefully y'all can hear me. Predictions for the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson showdown. First of all, let me say that I'm a fan of both of these young gladiators. It's a fight that gotta happen, but I wish it didn't happen because I'm really a fan of both of them. I seen Teofimo coming to the Mayweather gym years ago. I forgot who it was he sparred. It could have been Ladarius Miller or somebody. And it ain't that he destroyed him or nothing like that. It was decent work, but I don't know if he was working on movement, but I just seen something in him. And I said, when that dude is going to beat the first person to beat Lomachenko out of all of these youngsters. And my cousin was like, really? I said, yeah, it's something about him. And I had seen Shakur. I think he was younger than him at the time. And when I seen Shakur, he was still amateur. This is before the Olympics. And when I seen him, I said, man, nigga, who is this one? This dude right here, man, is a bad dude right here. He gonna be a problem. So, fast forward to now, this is before COVID, before Shakur was even a professional. So, of course, I follow both of their careers. So, this is not a biased opinion. It's just my honest opinion. I believe that, of course, what's the name may be the more athletic fighter and the more athletic as well as the more he may have the more. I'm sure he has more power. Um, and I believe the Shakur strong points is he has a better IQ. I just think he's more polished as a boxer in the traditional style of fighting and that defense. So basically, you pairing defense and ring IQ against speed and power, which is interesting because James Toney. To me, I feel that he's a way more was more technical and everything than Roy Jones. But I believe that Roy Jones had amazing speed and quickness and athleticism. But I think the gap on his athleticism was far from James Toney's. And that was way different. I don't think that Teofimo's athleticism is that much further than Shakur's, but I do think he's the more athletic fighter. So with that being said, I'm going with Shakur Stevenson for the victory. At best 8-4. At best 9-3. At worst probably 8-4. I don't see T.O. winning 6 rounds. Only reason is because if T.O. can't really do what he want to do, it's going to get bad for him because eventually Shakur Stevenson will figure him out. And anybody that know boxing know that. But like I say, it's boxing, anything can happen. He got the more punching power. But we got to be honest, T.O. haven't had a knockout in almost 5 years. So I don't think that it's going to be a knockout on either way. And once again, like I said, I'm a huge fan of both of them. So to me, it really is like a 50-50 fight. I just think that ring IQ and that defense just going to pull him through. I don't think he's going to wash him or nothing, but I think that it'll be a close fight, but not controversial, if y'all know what I mean by that. I think the fight will be close, but I don't think it'll be controversial. So I got Shakur winning. And to be honest, even though I'm a fan of both of them, I believe that Turkey may have a soft spot for Shakur. So I think that Tio is also fighting against the odds. So it's sad that he's the champion, but I just have that feeling. So I just think it's going to be difficult for him to come out with a victory with everything that's going towards him. But, Tio is at his best going against the elite fighters. It's just something special about both of the guys. I just think the better boxer always wins in a boxing match. That's just my opinion. I think the better boxer wins, and I do believe that Shakur is the better boxer. I believe that Tio is more athletic, And like I said, the only thing I can compare it to is James Toney. If y'all know that, James Toney was very defensive. And when he fought Roy Jones, that athleticism beat him. But the gap of the athleticism of Roy Jones and James Toney, I think that I think that gap is way more apart than it is with Shakur. I don't think that he's that much more athletic than Shakur. I do believe he's the athletic person. I don't believe he's that much stronger than him based on he hasn't had a lot of knockouts. So definitely a great fight. If y'all love boxing and y'all want to see a chess match, that's the fight. Now, am I going to sit here and tell you it's exciting? That I can't predict because they're both counter punchers, and this is the reason I pick Shakur. I believe they both counter punchers, but Shakur fights, he wants you to come to him. So I believe that Teofimo will come to him, and I think that's why he's going to lose. I think he's going to be forced to come to him and be left open for counters because I don't see Shakur coming for him. If Shakur comes from him, the same difference because he likes to counter. So it can either be a high-paced chess match or a very boring technical chess match. Do you get what I'm saying? If y'all understand what I'm saying? It could be a chess match, but it can end up being boring if you're not watching it for the technical side of things. But if you're watching it for just excitement and you are a true boxing fan and not a casual, oh man, you're going to be excited at everything because you're going to see a lot of stuff. You're going to see picking sticks. You're going to see feints. You're going to see feet movement. Both of them boys got everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, I mean, them young men got everything. So it's definitely great. That's the first thing I want to tell them. Then I also want to tell y'all about the betting. Last I checked, I'm out in Vegas. Last I checked, Teofimo is at plus 450. So if you bet $100, you get 400. You profit 350. You walk away with 450. You can't. You walk away with 550. That's how I look at it. Because once you give them the $100, it's no longer yours. So if you give them $100, your profit is 450, but plus the 100, so that's 550. So Shakur is at minus 210. So basically, you got to bet $210 to walk away with $100. So, and I'm gonna be honest, if you're a fan of Shakur and he happened to win this fight, you're never probably gonna get a bet like that again. You're not gonna probably get. That's probably good as it's gonna get with Teofimo. I mean with Shakur. Now I don't know the numbers on the knockout with Teofimo, but I wouldn't suggest you bet a knockout. It's very difficult to knock him out, and I don't see nobody get knocked out. And another surprise, I think that, and this sounds crazy, I think that Shakur is going to surprise him with his power and speed. I think that he really believes he pillow fisted. If you understand boxing, I don't believe that he's pillow fisted. Not even Devin Haney. I don't believe them are pillow fisted fighters. I just don't believe they always sit down on their punches. And this might be a fight that neither one of them really sit down on their punches because they're both so good at countering. So they're going to be trying to get their shit off and move around. Get their shit off and move around. Get their shit off and move around. So it's really about who's going to do the stepping. Because the person that do the stepping is going to be opening himself up to get countered. It's a strategic match, but I got to go with Shakur. And I've seen both of them. When he's young. It's just Shakur is just very polished, man. Just very polished. And very, very polished. I was talking about the things I like everything he do. A lot of people compare him to Floyd, and I see a lot of similarities into him. Only thing I see different and what he can't do with a fighter like Teofimo that he did with Zepeda, he can't go on the ropes and do that shoulder stuff. That's something he can't do because Stacy, I know Stacy too. Stacy McKinley, he from Crump, Jim, he Detroit. The shoulder stuff, Michigan is one of the places that mastered it, so he actually knows how to penetrate that as well. You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't be a great idea is to lay on the ropes with a fighter like Teofimo because he's real quick and precise, and he's not going to just do like Zepeda and throw a bunch of punches up. But if he do get on the ropes like that in future, I would hope that Like when Floyd used to get on the ropes like that, you ever notice he'd slide something down there, slide something down there. Whereas Shakur, he gets to get the rope and let you get your shit off, and then he come after your burst. You can't really do that all the time because everybody's not going to just swing all crazy and make themselves tired. I seen the weigh-in. They was in top shape, man. It's just going to be a great fight, man. If you like a chess match, don't miss this one. I think it's one of the best fights that has been made in a long time because of their age, because of their position, and they both putting it all on the line. And that's just magnificent. But I don't want to talk your head off. This is about 10 minutes. Shakur Stevenson for the win. I'm rarely wrong ever. I'm rarely wrong ever. But how you cope with the pain? What you mean? I don't know what you mean. With what pain? I really don't know what that means, but yeah, I don't know what that means. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a great day. But if this person is on here, Black Boy 12343, how do I cope with the pain? You mean from my uncle's death, my mother's death, my grandmother's death? I don't really know what you mean. But yeah, peace and blessings. My prediction is Shakur Stevenson, 8-4. Close fight, but I don't believe it'll be controversial. And that's it. Like, share, do all that good stuff that they say. And I'll get to bring in more lives to y'all, but I just had to do this my prediction because I'm never wrong, and I had to put the evidence right here on Facebook. Peace and blessings. Y'all want to kick it with me, get in interviews or something, meet me at the Mayweather Boxing Club. I'm there every day. Peace.